In this period of low agricultural market prices and small margins, it is important to understand how to deal with financial trouble when it arises in a farming operation. The state of Iowa has put structures in place to help farmers work their way out of extreme financial difficulties. This process, known as mediation, can be the first step towards addressing debt repayment problems. During the farm crisis of the 1980s, the Iowa court system was flooded with farmers facing foreclosure. Looking for a way to solve those cases before they went to court, the Iowa legislature created Iowa Mediation Service, a nonprofit organization that is governed by the state's attorney general. While today's farm financial situation doesn't mirror the 1980s, there is still cause for concern, and Iowa Mediation Service is available for farmers who are at risk.
In 1985, Iowa Mediation Service was created to create an avenue for the borrower and the creditor to come together at the table to try to come up with successful and amiable resolutions. Any preventive steps that people can do first, we would encourage them to do: work with their lender, work with people in the community to see if there's any reconciliation there first. Then what happens is, if the creditor wishes to take legal action against an agricultural property that is valued at $20,000 or excess, they have to go into what is called mandatory mediation. So if they do that, then there is a process set out by the state where that creditor notifies Iowa Mediation Service that they wish to go into mediation, and then we start the process, which is a 42-day window of time where mediation services can occur.
Mediation is not free. It costs $50 an hour for the borrower and $100 an hour for the creditor, but it does allow both sides to begin a dialogue which can hopefully alleviate longer-term financial problems.
The role of a mediator truly is to try to be a neutral third party, and really I say that the best thing a mediator can do is to try to get out of the way, so that way the parties can voice their opinions, their perspectives, and their concerns in a way that is genuine and authentic for them.
Ideally, a resolution will be found during mediation that provides relief from the farmer's current financial situation.
The more that you can share with somebody about why you're in the circumstance you're in, the more willing that a creditor is to work with you. Don't make assumptions that they know why you're struggling, or that they know the full story, or that they even know all the parties who are involved. And if you will share with them what's going on, they're more apt to work out a plan, because it's in everybody's best interest to try to get things reconciled earlier than later.
Working with professionals throughout the process can help ease the burden of what can be a very stressful situation.
Reach out early and reach out often, and be strong enough to do that, you know, and don't be embarrassed. You know, would you be embarrassed if you needed to have a filling? But you'd go to a dentist because they're the people that can help you. So why be embarrassed about these other things, you know? Just go out there, you know, find people that can help you.
Iowa State University Extension and Outreach can provide resources to help make the thorough preparations that are necessary to complete before mediation begins. The first step in preparing for mediation is to receive sound legal and financial assistance. One free resource is the Iowa Concern Hotline. Staff provides free legal information that can help farmers start to find steps to address financial problems and to prepare for discussions with their lenders.
It's critically important to get you know, factual research-based information. And you know, I think all of us would rather try and solve our own problems and do things on our own. And I think for farmers that may be a little more true than for others. And oftentimes when I get a call from a farmer, they'll say, well, I don't suppose you've talked to anybody that's had this problem. When I tell them, well, you're the third one today, it doesn't make their problem any easier, but they know also that they're not alone.
The Iowa Concern Hotline will also explain the intricacies of mediation to ensure farmers are completely prepared.
Some of them say, well, I'd like to, you know, take care of this on my own. You would seek out the best professional person you could to provide the level of service that you need. Legal problems, financial problems, just the same. You find the best level of, you know, the person that can help you out with that.
The next step is to do a complete financial analysis of the farm operation. ISU Extension and Outreach Financial Associates can help provide this clear, no-cost look into the entire farm operation.
Well, first thing is get a financial analysis. Where are we now? What's your situation right now? What's your debt load? What's your income? What capacity do you have to repay? What's your credit history been? You know, if you've been working with this lender for the past 25 years and you've never missed a payment, that's important. That's part of that relationship. Now, if you've been working with them for 25 years and you've been late on your payments for 26 years, you know, that's part of that history too. And so, you know, you want to carefully analyze exactly where you are and get a good picture.
After carefully examining the entire farm operation, a plan can be put in place to take to the mediation table.
Prepare a proposal. Go into that mediation with a proposal on how you're going to solve the problem, and a proposal that's based in reality. You know, have a very realistic proposal. Be able to present that proposal to those lenders, and if they turn it down, ask them why. What needs to be changed, as opposed to just trying to come up with another proposal. Because if you don't ask why, you're guessing at what they want, and you may make a proposal that takes you farther away from a settlement. So you're engaged in this negotiation, this dialogue with the other side.
Support shouldn't be found only from legal and financial professionals.
Make sure that you're taking care of your family relationships. You know, your kids will know that there's something's going on. You don't have to tell them everything, but you need to tell them something, because they're going to be afraid. You know, so reach out to people that can help you process information. Those people that can counsel you, not necessarily the person that's the expert that you're going to, the attorney or that, but find someone that you can talk to that will help you process the information.
Understanding the mediation process and how to prepare for it will help make a stressful process move smoother. And remember, there are experts ready and willing to help every step of the way as you work to resolve these financial issues.